I'm trying like 30 pieces of gum, so I might spit out some.
All right, Sean Spicer.
This is way too much. This is absurd. Hi guys, how are y'all?
Like a kid.
Is anybody else in a weird gum situation?
You can sell that on eBay now.
I mean, that's a huge piece of gum. That's nasty. Hi guys, how are y'all? Whose first day is today? Good talk, good talk. All right, sorry, my body clock is still a little wonky, so I'll go right to questions. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. My body clock is out of whack too. Well, lying in here since 7 this morning, but it was worth it to see you.
Thank you. Ditto.
My question is regarding Sam's development over the seasons, like from going from being not wanting to be a hunter, having a normal life in season 1 to in the season finale in season 12 being like this fearless leader leading the hunters against the British men of letters.
Yeah.
Like if you could elaborate a little bit about that journey of his, the change of heart, so to speak.
Yeah, I feel like good question, by the way. I grew up with an older brother and a younger sister, so I know what it's like to have an older brother that sort of leads the pack and decides where to go and when to go. But it's been fun to see Sam. Oh, hi. Yeah, how do you like the lights? It's been fun to have a chance to play, because the show goes so long, a chance to play Sam as sort of a man on his own, you know? It's been 12 years, right? So I was 22 and I'm 35 now. I'll be 35 soon, I think.
You're 34, come on.
July, I'll be 35. So I'm trying not to like yell into the mic. It's been really cool to get the chance, thanks to you guys, to play that transformation from Sam to sort of like young boy to a leader of men. So hopefully we see more of that soon. Thank you. I'm so sorry. I yelled at you? I'm sorry. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. This is, by the way, this is the session. I don't know what y'all are asking, but if you have anything weird to ask me, now's the time. Because I'm sort of like, yeah. So I woke up and texted my wife, morning baby, I miss you. And she's like, it's 1, why are you texting me? I was like, oh yeah, no, cool, yeah, good talk. Like, oh, Jesus Christ. Chuck.
Hi, what's your favorite emoji?
Say again?
What's your favorite emoji?
You know, we've been pretty public about a band called Kaleo. And we've been lucky enough to make friends with them. So it's funny, it's a weird world Jensen and I live in, where like I think their music is amazing. I think their lyrics are amazing, their guitar, their drums, their singing, and then we got to meet them, and they're people. And hopefully that's how y'all feel with us. I mean, where you're like, oh, I love that show, Supernatural, and then you meet us and go like, oh, they're people. So that's how, but I mean, like, we are people too, right? So when we met the band members of Kaleo, we were like, oh dude, they're so freaking cool. Like, they're just like normal people.
She said emoji.
Don't say emoji. Kmart, come on.
That's what she asked, what your favorite emoji.
What? Oh. I thought it was an accent. You said emoji?
Emoji, yes. Favorite emoji.
I'll show you. This is my favorite emoji. How do I get to it? I'm sorry, guys. I'm so jet-lagged. I love all y'all, but... Oh, whoops. Here, I'll send it to Jensen. His text message this morning was, you know we have a convention today, because somebody's alarm didn't wake him up.
We can't see it.
It's sort of like a, so my favorite emoji is sort of like a surprised happy face. Because most of my texts are like, hey, I guess I'm awake. So, what's yours?
A heart.
Hi.
Hi, I want to ask about some Sam deleted scenes in season 12 because
Some Sam deleted scenes?
yeah, I know they like to cut some scenes of Sam and I felt
Whoa! Whoa.
it always seems
What?
like when I look at deleted
Don't scare her.
scenes, just telling the truth. It's always when there are deleted scenes, always the same. So, and sometimes it felt for me that something was missing, especially after the torture, because there was literally no aftermatch. Like, yeah, I thought he would have maybe some nightmares, or because he's used to get tortured by demons or monsters, but not from a human being. That should be an ally.
Yes. I lost a few of the words. Will you say it again? Sorry, I'm so tired. So, a lot of the torture scenes for Sam are from demons?
No.
I'm sorry.
I was just wondering if Sam had some feeling, some aftermath after the torture from a human being, because he's not used to that, and it's different.
Got it, yes.
And
Yeah, that's a good observation. I think a lot of different things that Sam and Dean both go through, certain episodes like The Benders, I think mess with the Winchesters more because it's humans doing it. And I think there's an episode where Dean says like, monsters, I understand, humans are weird, or human stuff. Sorry. Honestly, look at this. It's the bottom of the mic. I'm sorry. I keep on like, sorry. Lo siento, lo siento, lo siento, lo siento. Come se dice, I'm sorry? Mi dispiace. Jay? Jay. Mi dispiace. So I do feel like the boys have had to deal with sort of being hurt and disappointing both humans and monsters, and so it's kind of made them better. But yeah. Thank you so much. Hi, how are you?
I'm really good, how are you?
Getting there.
My body clock.
I want to say congratulations on the new baby. You have a
Thank you.
beautiful family.
Yeah.
Oh, that's.
Hey, back off. Poor girl. Like, the time is right between her eyes.
It went away.
And then iPhone goes and does its thing.
I have the same problem with your eyes on my like the screen, so.
Thank you.
Anyway, my question was about Phantom Boy, and I was wondering like how you found out about it and how you got involved in it.
So Phantom Boy was last summer, and we found out about. I'm so sorry. I'm so mi dispiace. Can you say that? Just me, dispiace. Yeah. Me, a lot, dispiace, guys. Very dispiace.
You're good. We're all there.
I know. This is interesting, huh? Like, being awake, yeah, sorry. Thank y'all for your forgiveness, by the way. So I think Phantom Boy, I found out, it was last summer, we recorded it. And it was one of those sort of, we knew, they made me aware it was a French animated movie, and then I watched it, and they were like, hey, they'd love you to do the role. And so it was like, we recorded it in a hotel room at the W in Austin, and we would like take breaks and go down to the pool and be like, all right, this is kind of the coolest way ever to work, you know? My buddy Michael, Sinter Niklas, which he's wildly talented. He sort of directed me, and he's a voice actor, vocal actor, and actor as well. But it was sort of intimidating. It's a weird situation to do things you're not used to, you know, as a 35-year-old, and go like, oh, I'm gonna try a brand new thing. But it was fun and weird.
I really enjoyed it. It was really good.
Thank you. Yeah, it was good. The animation was amazing, and yeah, it was fun to be a part of.
Cool. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Hi.
Hi. So actually, congratulations to you and Jen for having a daughter. I was wondering, how do you think Sam would handle having a baby girl?
Oh, come on now. That would be a funny thing to see one of the Winchesters have a kid, huh? I think Sam would be a lot like Jared. I think he would be mortified, you know? You don't have kids. You're very young. It's a very cool, very vulnerability-inducing sort of situation. Best thing I've ever done, hardest thing I've ever done. It's hard to leave, you know? You wake up, like, I had a nightmare last night, this morning, at 1 a.m. this time, involving my kids, and it wakes you up, and you're like, I'm not gonna go back to bed, there's no way. It's super cool. It sounds weird, but I think Sam would be out of sorts. I think it's probably the first situation Sam would be in where he was like, I don't know what to do, you know? So, yeah, let's hope we don't see that.
Thank you.
Thank you, love your show. Hi.
I really enjoyed your chapter in the Fangman book. So I was wondering, did you enjoy being a writer, as the process of writing, and are you planning on writing something else in the future? Because it was really good.
No. Honestly, no. Thank you so much. That was a really difficult, it took me a year to write that. And Lynn, she fixed a few probably spelling errors and grammatical errors, but she really didn't change a lot of it. It was one of those things where I told a friend I would do it, and so I did it. And then as I started doing it, I was nervous and anxious, and it was really hard because I didn't write it all in a day, and so I don't do well with sort of like picking up midway through a scene, so to speak. So, like acting, I'd rather if there's a 4-page scene, I'd rather do all 4 pages than go like, hey, there was a plane last page, do the last 3 lines. I'd rather go back to the front and do the whole scene. So with the chapter, every time I wrote it or wrote more, I'd go back and read the beginning or read up to where I'd written, and it was really difficult. I'm really proud, I guess. That's weird, because it's all, I've never written, right? So it's all me, and it wasn't it wasn't a phone call. It wasn't dictated. It was me writing, like really going deep, trying to go deep for y'all guys. Yeah. Did you read? Did you? Thank you. It was tough because you're like, okay, here you go. Go ahead and put this in paper form to send to people and let them like. It's the most private I'll ever get.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you.
So Sam is the original vessel of Lucifer, and I was thinking, do you think that Sam will, because of this, also have a special connection with the Nephilim?
Yes. Yes. Great question, and yes, honestly, I think that's why, for those who haven't seen the finale, I think it's why they made Sam kind of find him, you know? So I do think that Sam is going to be able to maybe appeal to his intellectual side. We don't know a lot about the Nephilim yet, but I do feel like Jack, I guess, will have a connection with Sam.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Yeah, me too.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Good morning, Jared.
Good morning. It's morning. Jeez.
Yeah, so I actually don't have a question. I have a story to tell that's just too hilarious to not share.
Thank God.
Yeah. Last year I had a meet and greet with you and I was asking about your hats. Yes. And the next day after the Jailbreak concert, me and my friends were standing there and we were talking and I said, I had a meet and greet with Jared and I was asking and I said, I love your beanies. And one of my friends was just scandalized and she was like, what? What did you say? I love your penis?
This is a first.
She's not even dead for 30 years.
This is. She said what? For 30 years?
See, she's not ashamed of her dirty ears and her dirty mind.
She's not ashamed of her dirty ears and dirty mind.
You know, when you don't wash your ears, you can't hear correctly. I'm sure you always wash your ears. I can use my mom voice to make.
No, I hear you. I'm just sort of laughing at. I've never. I've never, in 2 consecutive sentences, heard, I love your penis, make sure you wash your ears.
Other body parts too.
I get it. I don't even know how to respond. I think my friend says I love your penis. Wash your ears. I'm sorry. That translates to English. Yes, that's sorry. I didn't guess.
So you've heard both of those sentences, just not one.
Beat that.
Sorry, I don't think I can. I was wondering, you did a lot of experiments with different episode styles over the years. What do you think about doing a science fiction episode?
I think I'm a bit confused.
Well, I mean, they could be, you know, saving planets, hunting aliens.
Got it. So more broad scale. Would love to. Would love to. I think. Sorry. I think sometimes I call the show science fiction. What would the show be called? Thriller, horror,
Fantasy?
fantasy?
Fantasy.
Fantasy. Wash your penis. For anybody who's ever wondered what it's like to hang out with Jared when he is awake at 2 a.m. and working, it's this. Yeah, action? Yeah, okay. Yes! Wow. This is it. This is and then like, cut, yeah, I would love to do sci-fi. I grew up a fan of Star Trek with my dad. We'd watch all original 62, 63 episodes. We beat their ass, 263 or 262. So I would love that. I would love that. I hope Supernatural goes long enough to get a chance to do those episodes.
500 episodes! 500?
Your shoes inside. Yes.
No. He's like, you broke the mic. Here you go. How are you?
They must have a whole box of phone things out the back now, just for you.
True, very true.
So, what I wanted to ask was, people who have been close, like you guys have for a very long time, tend to develop particular habits that maybe only come out when the other person is in the room. Do you guys have anything like that?
Who?
Who? Well, any of you who have been working together for a long time.
You see, this is what I'm talking about because I'm so tired that I'm going to answer this. I feel like the short answer is yes. Huh? Expand? Got it. The short answer is yes. The long answer is, I think y'all have seen a lot of it on stage. It's funny because there are people that I idolize, you know? One of them just lost his life to suicide a couple days ago, Chris Cornell, rest in peace. There are people that I grew up sort of idolizing, and I've met a few, and it's been really funny, because some are really disappointing. You're like, oh man, like you're not nice. Some are just, you know, they'll fart on you, and you're like, this is really weird, you know, like it's
your friends forever.
I guess, right? But it's a fellow actress told me a story about her dad came to work with her, and she was shooting with Anthony Hopkins, and apparently her dad went up to Sir Tony Hopkins and was like chatting about whatever, politics or something, and Anthony Hopkins was amazing, like talked to him, yada yada. But she was mortified, and she was like, Dad, you can't just like walk up to Tony Hopkins. And he goes, her dad says, why? He's just breathing oxygen, like we are. And I was like, that's such a cool, like we're all in this fight together. You know, I'm on the stage, I guess, and I wear makeup for a living and tell a story, but I think we're all in the same position, right? So I think the same goes for everybody in that green room. We love y'all as much as y'all love us. Yeah, sorry.
That's okay, thank you.
Yeah, I don't know if that answered your question.
No, not really, but I get it. Think about it, maybe later you can tell us.
Thank you, maybe tomorrow, if I sleep.
Hello.
Hi.
So, is there a characteristic of Sam that you are envious of, and one that you have but your character hasn't?
Is the one he has, I don't, and vice versa?
Yes, characteristic of your character.
You know, a lot of Sam, I think Sam, like season 1, 2, 3, was very much what the writers were writing. I think as 3, 4, 5, 6 started going on, I say this knowing Sam was soulless in 6, but I think the writers sort of, how do I word this? So a good writer, a good television writer, a good movie writer, television, will look at your strengths, look at who you are as a person, and start writing your character better to that character. Like Lauren Graham, Lorelai on Game of Thrones. Amazing. But she is very much Lorelai. She's super smart, super funny, super quick, and so the character, you know, she probably booked the role because she was so similar to Lorelai, and then Lorelai became like Lauren. So I feel like I booked the role because I was similar to Sam, and then Sam became like Jared. But I feel like one of the things that Jared has dealt with y'all's help, is not questioning himself so much, myself. So, I know, it's a weird double-edged, not weird. So Sam still deals with a lot of issues that Jared has had the love and support to not have to deal with, though it's my nature to deal with those things. So I feel as far as like what's different is Jared feels more comfortable with himself than Sam does for the first time in a long time, you know. Similarities. They both have really luscious hair. Just kidding. Well, one of the things I liked about Sam from the get is that he was an intellect. You know, like he loved to read, he loved to study, and so I feel like that's a similarity. Like when I get into something, I like to learn about it. I like to read about it. So I feel like that's a similarity.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for the beautiful memories.
Thank you, of course.
I was wondering, what do you think Sam admires the most about him?
I mean, so much. Sorry. Probably the will to keep going, the drive to keep putting one foot forward. It's funny because it's kind of going back to that question, her question. Like what Jared admires is when somebody, through all adversity, all odds, all troubles and tribulations, trials and tribulations, I really respect people who keep going, always keep fighting, right? So I think probably Sam loves that Dean always keeps fighting. You're very short. I mean, really short. or invisible? I don't know what's going on, I'm nervous. Oh.
Sorry, I'm going to run up just because we were told to go and sit down because you were nearly finished, but...
Fuck yeah.
I'm here now. One of the things I find really hard about the big summer break is that Sam and Dean are kind of like mates we hang out with every week, and it's like we don't get to see them for ages and we're wondering what's going on with them. Do you miss Sam when you're on your break, or are you just glad to get away for a while?
That is a great question. Yeah. I do. Like, that's one of the reasons why I keep saying yes to the show. I love Sam. He's not Jared, but I know him, you know? Like, I know him as much as you guys do. Even more in some ways, I suppose. Less in some ways. I think y'all know Sam more than I do, because you see his actions. But I know Sam for his motivations and his heart. Yeah, I miss that guy. And when the show ends, it's gonna be really tough. Because he's gonna be done, you know? What a sad...
So are you looking forward to seeing him again when you start filming?
Yeah, and also we've talked about like movies or shortened seasons, 6-episode releases. But I will never keep Sam alive just to keep him alive. If somebody's not committed to him and his character, writing-wise, then I'd rather he live in our memories, you know? But yeah, I miss that fucker. All right, love you. Thank you guys.